Hi, today's video is all about how to find a good mentor, because you don't want a bad one for sure. Now, if you haven't watched the previous video, it was about the 5 reasons why you need a mentor in your business or in your career. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch that one first, then come to this one and you can follow up in context. I'll wait for you. Go ahead, pause the video. I'll wait. Go watch it. Okay, I'm going to assume you went back and watched the first video or you've already seen it. Today's video is about how to locate, secure, and make the most of a good mentor. And most importantly, if you find a good mentor, how to not screw up the relationship. That's all coming up next. My name is Ray Edwards, and if you're new to this channel, you should know that every Wednesday and Friday, currently, as I record this, I'm posting new videos about how to prosper in business, in life, and in spirit. So if that sounds like your kind of stuff, may I humbly suggest that you subscribe to this channel, click the subscribe link, and when you see that bell icon, click on that one too. Why, you may ask? Why the bell? Well, so that YouTube can notify you as soon as I publish a new video, and that's important because we're running contests now. If you comment on a new video within the first hour that it's published, you get entered into a drawing to win cool prizes. Currently, we're giving away a vlogging rig. The prizes are going to get bigger as the subscriber numbers get bigger on this channel. So here are the steps. Subscribe, click the bell so you get notified whenever I publish a new video, and whenever I do, comment on that video within the first hour of its publication. All right, so you've decided that you need a mentor, you want a mentor. How do you find a good one, and then how do you secure that relationship, and how do you not screw it up? Well, let me start by telling you how to not get a mentor. Do not approach a high-profile person in your field and say to them out of the blue, "Hey, would you be my mentor?" Because it's kind of like approaching a person at a bar for the first time and saying, "Hey, would you like to marry me and have my kids?" What you're asking someone, if you ask them to be your mentor, is basically, would you like to take on a full-time job that has no pay and no real benefits, as far as you know? The answer is going to be no, no thank you. However, this does point out the first kind of mentoring that I'd like to call to your attention. And there are going to be 4 types of mentorship relationships I'm going to talk about in this video. The first one is the personal mentor, where you are the chosen one. This is where somebody notices you in the marketplace. Maybe they work with you, maybe they don't. But they look at you and they say, that person has got a lot of potential. They're going to be somebody someday. I want to help them. I want to take them under my wing because I like them and I want to see them grow. If you have such a person in your life, thank God for them and respect them and pay attention to what they say, because the quickest way to lose a mentor is to not listen to what they tell you to do. It's just like being a teacher. Teachers and mentors are going to respond to the students who actually pay attention and do the homework, whether they like it or not, because those are the ones that get the results. And at the end of the day, a mentor is rewarded most by seeing you succeed. That's probably not going to happen if you ignore their advice or if you argue with them every step of the way about why something won't work. They probably got to where they are because they're good at what they do. You should listen to what they have to say. Now, how do you get one of these personal mentors if they don't approach you? You don't. You do good work, you listen to feedback, you respond to good advice, and you pay attention. Because the mentor may not say to you, "I want to be your mentor. Would you like that?" They may just start giving you suggestions and advice and see how you respond. So cultivate those relationships very carefully and keep your fingers crossed. Maybe you'll find a mentor that way, but most people don't. So then what are your options? Well, the second kind of mentor I'd like to point out to you is the peer-to-peer mentorship. This is where you find someone who's an expert in what you want to know about or learn about. Maybe you are a graphic designer and you want to learn about writing, so you find a writing mentor, someone who's accomplished a lot, who's respected in the field of writing, to learn from, to critique you, to help you get better as a writer. And maybe you can swap. That's just one example of how 2 people in different disciplines could mentor one another. This is not ideal because usually that person is not the high-profile mentor that you want, who can confer that impartation of wisdom and authority upon you that we talked about in the last video. You did watch the last video, right? Yeah? If not, go do that now. It's important. Okay, so the peer-to-peer mentorship is not the greatest, but it's better than nothing. What comes next? Next is the boss-to-employee mentorship. This can be great, as it was for me when I went to work for Steve Cody. He was my boss first. I told this story in the last video. He became my friend, and then he became my mentor. And that was in the world of radio broadcasting. Since then, that's many years ago. Since then, I've had other mentors, one of whom, notably in the marketing world, has been Jeff Walker, the creator of the Product Launch Formula. I first became a customer of his product. Then I became a testimonial for his product by using it. Notice the pattern here? I also turned up for all the coaching calls that were available on the product, and I responded to what Jeff had to say. When you're a teacher or a mentor, you notice when students are paying attention and using your advice and succeeding with it. It warms your heart, makes you feel good. So Jeff and I began to work together on a few product launch projects. He gave me some advice about my career. He's been a guiding hand and a friend to me and a mentor to me all these years. So those, again, are pretty rare situations, but you can proactively engineer them to happen, as I did by buying the product and becoming a testimonial for it. It's a little easier to make that happen than it is the personal mentorship I mentioned first. Those have to happen more organically, but this is an option for you. Now, the fourth type of mentoring is one that you can decide that you want and pursue it and make it happen, and that is a paid mentorship. There are people in most fields who every once in a while will take on a paid relationship with a person who shows a lot of promise in the field and will choose to mentor them. But again, the same things that hold true for a personal, organic mentoring relationship hold true for this kind. This person, even though you're paying them, is not going to sacrifice their relationship capital, their respect, their authority in the marketplace for somebody who's going to embarrass them. So you've got to respond to their mentoring, listen to their advice, act on it, succeed, give them reports of how you've failed or succeeded, get feedback, and just let them know how much you appreciate the work they're doing for you as your mentor, even though you're paying them. Because you've got to earn their trust and respect just like you would in an organic, unpaid mentoring relationship. Otherwise, they're not going to open those doors for you. They're not going to introduce you to their friends and peers because they're concerned about whether they can trust you or not. You've got to earn their trust, earn their respect, and earn the right to get those referrals and connections. So the paid mentoring route may be the route for you to go because you can most readily make that happen proactively. The other routes are available to you, and maybe you have ideas about things I haven't even mentioned. How about it? If you have a great mentor and you found them some other way, tell us that story in the comments below. Until the next video, I pray that God blesses you and keeps you, that He makes His face shine on you, that you prosper in all things, you're in good health, just as your soul prospers. And until we meet again, peace to you and peace to your house.